Hi there again, welcome to my next edition, which is, as I promised last time, I'm gonna cook for you today couscous. Right, somebody asked me earlier, he said to me, why do you call it cook as cook as you look? Simple reason for that is, because I want to give you a chance, when you're watching this video, you can pause it from the beginning, so you can go and get the ingredients you need to cook anything that I provide you. Basically, go and get the ingredients and start cooking while I'm cooking. That's why I'm trying to make it very simple. Today, the reason I'm going to make couscous, because first of all, it's Friday. And Friday is a very traditional thing in Morocco that we do eat couscous. Couscous, it might sound very hard to make, but it's a very, very simple thing to cook. Couscous traditionally is a Mediterranean food, but now it's provided in supermarkets in Europe. Unfortunately, I don't like pre-made couscous. I like to cook it from the beginning. Right, what you need for couscous is very simple ingredients. As long as you have a couscous pot, which is this one here, you've got steam on top, and you've got the base, and you've got a lid on top. That's the main ingredient for couscous. Of course, you need to get couscous as well. Couscous, you can buy it from any supermarket. You can go to different shops, they got couscous. It's a very popular dish now. I'm not going to make it very long for you, but the main ingredients for it, like I said, get a couscous pot, couscous, the rest is your choice. Very simple. Today I'm going to cook it with lamb. I got a half kilo of lamb here. I've already got myself ready today, not like last time. I got a bit of fresh beans, carrots and parsnips, which is I soak in cold water. Then on top of that I got some courgettes and pumpkins. But the main thing of cooking is not all about what ingredients you're gonna put. It's actually the sauce is very important. In a meal, if the sauce is not good, then it is tasteless. So today I'm gonna make sure I give you a very good ingredients how to cook couscous without any doubts. So what I did here, I already chopped a couple of onions, bit of ginger, and a couple of garlics. So what I'm going to do, very simple, bit of vegetable oil. Put your oven on, just let it warm up a bit. And I explain to you. The main, I've got a bit of parsley here as well, a bunch of small parsley. But this is the most important thing about my couscous, is the sauce. So what I did here, I put a bit of olive oil, cinnamon, a bit of paprika, a bit of ginger, and I put as well a bit of turmeric, little bit of cumin, and actually I did salt in here. And I'll give you the reason why I did salt in here as well. I put virgin olive oil because that one is just basically to cook the onions in. The vegetable oil is just to cook the onions and the garlic in, but this is the main sauce. So once you got this wrong, your food is tasteless. So I put cinnamon, paprika, little bit of cumin, ginger, and I put as well, we call it saffron, but it comes in packets, which is really powdered saffron. It's really, really nice, like turmeric. And I added salt as well. So this is the main ingredient of the dish, is this sauce. So while I'm waiting for this to cook, as I said, a lot of people, they say, oh, your video seems a bit long and everything. The reason I've done it deliberately, the reason I want it to be long is because I want people not just to get lost in tradition between steps of cooking and actually the cooking time. So there you go, I'm ready here. I got everything that I need. I don't have to move anywhere else. So the couscous pot, the base, I put a bit of vegetable oil. As soon as it's a bit warm, I'm gonna add a bit of onion, a couple of onions, medium onions, a couple of cloves of garlic, and a small piece of ginger that I chopped. I like it to come in big pieces, the ginger, because I like to taste it when I'm eating it. Like I said, with couscous you can put any vegetables you need. The vegetables, the reason I chose those because my kids like it, and I prefer to give them something that they like, so they can get used to vegetables as well. With couscous, the good thing about it, you can put any veg you want. Some people put prunes, some put, a lot of people put different peas. Everybody puts something, chickpeas, everything. But I make it very simple just to show you what's available in the market at the moment and what is seasonal that you can cook easily. So my oil is getting hot. I'm just gonna add the onions, the garlic and the ginger. Like I said, it's a very simple dish. You don't have to do too much with it. And you just cook as you go. The reason I said cook as you look, because of that simple reason. You can cook at the same time as me with no problem at all. So while I'm waiting for that to be fried a bit, I'm just gonna chop my parsley. Finely chopped, very easy. I'm not a professional chef, but I prefer to do everything myself. Couscous normally, in theory, takes about an hour and a half to cook. And I'm going to explain to you the reason why it takes an hour and a half to cook, because there are different steps to it. As I said, it's my favorite dish, I like it. And next time I'm going to show you how to make tagine as well. So actually, some people put some milk in the sauce to make it a bit more sweeter. I really like it that way, but I don't think makers, they do like it because they said this is a different flavor. So this is the way they like it, and this is how I'm going to cook it. So please remember, most important ingredients in this dish is your couscous pot and your couscous. But the most important of all is the sauce. Any meal you have, the sauce is not good. It's basically tasteless. Okay? So make sure I got my sauce ready. All I have to do is add it. As you can see, the onions are fried now. Nice and easy. I washed my meat already. Everything is cleaned here, including the parsley and everything. So what I'm going to do now, while it's frying, I'm going to add my meat. So the meat is, onions are frying because I want to mix all the flavors inside there so the meat can be flavorsome. As you can see, because we're only a family of 4, I do intend to put what we need. Sometimes I normally couscous for the next day because you can warm it up and you can cook it again. So you can make it into things. At the moment I've got a kilogram of couscous which is going to last me 2 days. There's no harm in leaving it in the fridge and tomorrow you can warm it up again. Saves you cooking next day. As long as you got fresh ingredients, that's the main thing. So now I'm going to let that to brown a bit. The meat and the onions and the garlic and the ginger, just to brown a bit. So get my spoon. I don't like to pause the video because I want to show you the steps properly. So that's why I'm actually not pausing the video or fast forwarding or nothing. It's because it's better to show people the whole, the whole steps. Otherwise they get lost in transactions between cooking of the steps. As I said before, this is not actually a professional video. This video is made as an experiment to actually find out how many people like the way things done amateurly, because the only way you can cook these days, I'm not a professional chef, I don't make the best sauce in the world, but I make something with flavor and something that everybody can make at home. Please try my dish today at home, and if there's anything that I can help you with, I'm happy to help. And at the same time, please, if I make any mistakes, please comment underneath and tell me where I went wrong and actually can better myself next time. Thank you. As you can see, my lamb and onions are getting nicely soft. The onion getting soft. The lamb is getting nice and brown. So they put you a bit on high heat at the beginning, just to fast forward the process of cooking. Couscous normally is time consuming when you cook it, but if you know how to do it, you can actually use your time for different things while you're cooking. So this is the only part that takes a bit longer, is this part when you have to wait for the lamb to be brown, take a bit of onions to get soft. This is where it takes long. Now my lamb is brown. This is where I'm going to add my sauce. My sauce is the most important. So let the flavor to get into everything, every single ingredient. that I've got there already. So now I'm gonna keep moving around so for the flavors to, you know, to mingle with lamb and onions and ginger and garlic. And you know when you hear these ingredients what flavor you're gonna get. As I said before, this is the most important thing about cooking, is your sauce is the base. A lot of people, they use parsley at the end, but always use it at the beginning because that's when you get more flavor. So I put my chopped parsley in there. You can actually cook it with lamb, chicken, anything you fancy. Like I said, the ingredient that I got today, it doesn't have to be lamb, it can be beef, it can be chicken. It all depends what you eat. It's not a specific kind of meat that you can put in there. So I'm going to leave that cooking a bit. I clean it as I go along. My kids, they're excited when I tell them that couscous is for dinner today. They're so happy, they enjoy it, and that's very, very important. So as you can see, my sauce is getting nice and mixed. I'll just leave it for a bit longer, just to cook. And there's different steps for cooking the vegetables. As you will see, once that cooked a bit, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the green beans, the parsnips and carrots, because those sort of vegetables, it takes longer to cook. So what I'll do, as soon as that's cooked, I add a bit of water, put my beans, carrots and parsnips, because it takes longer to cook. So therefore, I'll put them first. But regarding the courgettes and pumpkins, I will leave them literally 20 minutes before couscous is ready, because they're so quick at cooking, so they don't tend to take a long time to cook. Otherwise, if you cook it straight away, it will be soggy, it will be soft. You know, it's not good. Now all these ingredients are fried really nice. Lamb is brown. I'm adding the water, boiled water, because I need some water for the other vegetables to cook, which is carrots, beans and parsnip. There you go. So my sauce is cooking. Beautifully looking sauce. Smells nice. If you can smell the sauce, that it smells nice, you know it's going to be a fantastic food. So I'm going to add the three ingredients I said before, which is carrot, parsnips and French beans. And those ones, like I said, they intend to take longer to cook, so I'm putting them first, because the process is going to be like this. So now I'm just going to close it with the lid, let it cook, get rid of some stuff that I don't need. As I said, you clean as you go along. Now I'm just going to get my bowl for couscous, where I'm going to mix stuff, which is here. This is my bowl for couscous. I'm sure you got used to this bowl now. Get your couscous. All you do, open the bag. A lot of people there put it in microwave, but that's not the right way to do couscous. Couscous needs to be cooked properly. So I pour it in here. Get water, just normal warm water. All I do, my hands are clean, all I do is do this. I just pour it, soak it a bit, not too wet, but just make sure as you do it, as you're mixing it, make sure all the bits are soaked. So I'll explain to you the reason why. Because they are hard bits now, but once you cook it, and there is 3 stages of cooking couscous, and I'll explain to you the reason why. So this is the first step. So I put my sauces cooking. I've got no problem with that. I added water, so nothing will be burnt. I added the carrots, the parsnip and the French beans. Remember, the most important thing in cooking is your sauce. If your sauce is not good, you know nothing is going to be great. I already added salt with the ingredients I told you. So this is how your couscous should look at the first stage. Not too wet, not dry, but all ingredients are got a bit of water in them. So what I'll do now, I'm gonna put it here for now. I'm gonna pour it in there, but how I pour it is basically I keep mixing as I go along. So I put it there. I didn't put no salt, nothing at all at the beginning on couscous, because as you know, if you put salt at the beginning, then you tend to go hard and it doesn't cook properly. So I leave salt to the last minute and I'll show you how to do it. There you go. Now I put it on the steaming part of the pot, as you can see, and straight away all I do is cover it, go on top. There you go. So the couscous is taking all the flavor from the sauce underneath, and within 15 minutes, normally mine takes 15 minutes. How do you know if the couscous is getting ready or is getting cooked? The minute you see the steam coming out of here, that means it's ready to pour it again and mix it, because you have to do it 3 times. That's how couscous is cooked. So I leave it on top there till the steam start coming out of here from the top bit. That means it's ready to be done again. Add some more water, which I shall show you in a minute again. You have to bear with me now. I'm just gonna pause, have my cup of tea, as I can see, my Moroccan tea, and I'm gonna do a bit of washing up while I'm waiting for the couscous and the ingredient to cook for about 15 minutes. Thank you. Hello there again, welcome back for carry on with my couscous. Gladly, this took me exactly 15 minutes. I've done my washing up. I don't have to worry about it anymore. So I cleared a bit of the mess that was here. I still, as you can notice, I still got my courgettes and pumpkins. I haven't added yet. If you just check if my couscous is steaming, which is correct. As you can see, it's already steaming for about 2 minutes. Now I'm going to take it out for the first time. So the first step is that one. I put it there, cover the lid. I'm just going to check I've got enough water there. Plenty of water for the carrot and parsnip to cook. I'm just going to break it. That's how it should look like at the beginning. That doesn't mean that it's lumpy. It's just basically because where the steam was taken from down the pot. The reason we put it on the pot, because it takes all the flavour from the sauces, from the meat, so the couscous can get its flavour as well from the sauce. And once it's steamed, it looks nice. It cooks nicely as well. It's better than the microwave. Some people, they just intend to put it in the microwave for about 10 minutes, 5 minutes, depends. But I prefer this way because this is the traditional way and this is the only way, I would call it. The only way is the Moroccan way. There is no other way. The reason it's the only way, couscous, when it came along, it was a very special dish. The reason it's special, because you could put anything you want in couscous. Anything. But the main way of cooking it is this way. So the bottom bit is the flavour, vegetables, whatever veg you want. But that's why we prefer to cook it this way. Very, very hot at the moment because the steam is still coming out. So all I'm doing is I'm blending it together to get all the pieces so there's no lumps at all. As you will see, I'll let it rest for about 2 minutes. And then I'm going to add some more water to put it back on for the second time. Still, I haven't used any salt, nothing at all, for just water, completely plain water. Because what happens, couscous expands when you actually put it on steamer without any salt. As soon as you put salt, it doesn't tend to actually extend. So it's better to make it sure it's nice and fluffy. What I'm going to do is going to add a bit of warm water again, just like that, like I did first time, for the second phase. So as you can see, I'm going to mix it with my hand. Make sure your hand is clean again. Please, if you got any comments or anybody want to know anything else about how to cook couscous or any other Moroccan dish, please, you're more than welcome to actually comment on the bottom and I'll help you. Couscous, a lot of people they say, oh, this is a long procedure. It's not. Please, I'm sure you have. The whole process takes really half an hour, but the cooking process takes about, I would say, an hour and a half. But you're not standing in front of it all the time because you need to leave it, go away for 15 minutes, come back. You know, so it's not all that hard. So you can do other things while your food is cooking. As long as you got enough water with the sauce and the vegetables, you don't have to worry about it. As soon as you see the couscous steaming, come back and do exactly what I did. So what I'm doing now is just mixing it together, splitting all pieces and the grains so they all got a bit of water. As you can see, it's already fluffing. A bit more water. And that's it. So that's my second phase. Like I said, you need to do it 3 times. And the 3rd time is very important for me because that's what I learned from my mum back home in Morocco. And that's the way I'm going to do it. Because I love my mum's couscous. It's beautiful. She's been doing it for over 70 years. How can you not love it? We grew up with it. It's a very filling meal. It's very conceiving when you actually eat couscous. Because when you eat it, you think, oh God, this is filling. But I promise you, about half an hour later, you feel hungry again. It's just the way it is. I don't know what it is. Because when you eat it, you think it's filling, but you get hungry very quickly. But it's a beautiful, flavoursome meal to eat. And kids, and I promise you, this is the only way my kids eat vegetables, is when I mix it with couscous. And they don't care too much about vegetables then. They will eat it with couscous at any time. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add a bit of more water for the sauce. Because, you know, because as you remember, the steam comes out, so the water will evaporate all the time. It doesn't matter how much sauce you got there. There's no problem at all, because you can always use it. So now, this is when I'm going to add my courgette and my pumpkins. So I'm going to put them there. As I said earlier, they're quicker to cook. So I put my couscous pot again on top. Cover it properly. And that's it. Another 15 minutes. When it starts steaming again, I know that my second phase is over with. So as you can see, I'm cleaning as I go along. I've got nothing to clean afterwards. So I'm going to have another cup of tea probably. Or what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if anybody put any comments on my video before I actually carry on. Couscous has been going for over 250 years in the Mediterranean because of the grains. People there constructing it the way they want, so they created this pot. This pot wasn't, you know, it was created a long time ago. But North Africans and Mediterraneans, they created it because it was healthy, it was nice way of eating couscous. My mum, she used to make couscous from wheat, from flour. She actually made homemade couscous without buying it already made from the supermarket. Unfortunately, I don't have the equipment to do it that way, and I don't know how to do it to start with. But maybe one day I will learn how to do it. But this is what everybody does at home back home in Morocco. So don't be lazy, get cooking, follow the procedure, and please tell me how wonderful it is. I'll see you back in 15 again after the second phase. Thank you. Back again for my 3rd phase of cooking couscous. I'm sorry I have to pause because otherwise there's nothing to do while I'm waiting for it to steam. It takes about 15 minutes, as I said. The whole cooking procedure, honestly, what I'm going to say, when the pot is on the cooker, it took me about an hour and 25 minutes. But actually the cooking time when you are busy to do things is about half an hour maximum. So now I'm finishing with the second phase. I'm just going to check. As you can see, it's steaming again. I'll take it off again, same as I did with the first time. This time what I'll do, I'll check on my vegetables. Yeah, they get in there nicely. Everything is sauce, it smells nice. The flavour, I'm sure, I wish you could smell it over the phone, but it smells beautiful. Now another ingredient I'm gonna add right now is I made, which is a bit of tomato puree and a vegetable stock. I just put a bit of hot water, mixed it to make the sauce a bit thicker, and it adds a bit of flavour as well. So I'm just gonna add that now as the last thing. Cover it again, let it cook while I'm dealing with my couscous. What I did here, got my cup again, I did a bit of, this is the time I add salt, it's the last phase. I add salt to give the flavour to couscous. So now I've added salt and the water here. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna mix it a bit, break it like I did with last time. As you can see, it's getting fluffier and fluffier, which is mean that couscous is getting cooked nicely without any rush in the microwave. The steam takes all the flavour of the sauce underneath, and that's why we call it couscous. As you can see, it's nice and fluffy, it's not lumpy at all, because I don't tend to put too much water, because you got to remember, when you dish it out, you need to put the sauce on top from the base, which is give you that sauce. So don't worry about getting dry, but mine is not dry, it's not wet, it's beautiful. As you can see, it's nice and fluffy. And this is my second phase is finished. So I'm just going to let it cool down for about 2 minutes again. Then that's when I'm going to add the last bit of water. And at the same time I'm going to add is olive oil, because it's very important for me to add olive oil, because it gives the extra flavour for the couscous. You will never believe. So now I've got olive oil here, which is I'm gonna add. Added the olive oil. What actually olive oil does, it actually splits all the grains. It actually splits them, makes it more fluffier, and it's like splitting all the grains from getting stuck together. And I'm gonna add the water as well. So as you can see, the salty water I'm adding for the last time. This is the last time I'm gonna add water. Now I'm just going to mix it. You can use your hand, but because it's very hot, I'm just using a spoon to mix the oil, the salty water. As I said, remember, this is the last phase of couscous, cooking couscous. And this is the beautiful way of cooking couscous, is you give it a bit of passion, a bit of time, and I promise you, if you do it this way, then you know you had couscous. Go into restaurants and buy any of ready mixed or mixed. I don't know, I'm never like the idea of cooking mixed with salad and salad couscous. We don't have salad couscous, we have couscous. This is couscous. Couscous salad is made for people that actually they don't know what couscous means. So I'm just mixing it again. Make sure all the olive oil and the salt get in between all the grains. Beautiful. As you can see, when you cook couscous, it adds in quality. I'm not gonna say it doubles up. It becomes time and a half. So if you add 1 kilogram of couscous, it becomes fluffy, and the mass grows as well. So as you can see, it wasn't like this before. It was right at the bottom if you look at my first phase, but because I've been adding water and I've been steaming it, that's how much it looks now. It looks enough for 2 days. So what I'm gonna do now, let it rest for about 2 seconds, and I'm gonna put it back again in the steamer for the last time. In another 15 minutes, my couscous is ready. And when this is finished, I'm gonna show you how to dish it out. And once it's dished out, I'm gonna make sure, because I've got literally 15 minutes, by the time the third phase finishes, I'm gonna pick up my children from school. When they come back, that's when I'm gonna show how it's dished out and how they're gonna eat it. I don't think they will have any complaints at all. I love couscous, they love it. Why not cook it? So I'm enjoying it today. Thank you very much for watching my video today, and I hope this is the beginning of a progressive future. Like I said, I'm not an amateur, we call it a professional cameraman. I'm using a simple camera to show you how to cook. So if I can't do it, I'm sure you can. So please write the ingredients down, go to the supermarket, buy your flavors what you want. Please do cook couscous, is really nice. Once a week I do it, which is Fridays. So today is Friday, and I've cooked it. I'm so happy that I finished. There's nothing better than when you're cooking, it seems a bit like a chore before you cook. But once it's finished, then you feel, thank God, that was lovely. I cooked, and that's where I get the pleasure from. Keeps me away from the mischief, gives me a bit of oomph, and it gives me a bit of pleasure as well, because it's very hard to explain how can you like cooking. Cooking, I'm not a man who goes and takeaways and things like that. Nothing wrong with takeaways every now and then if you haven't got time, you know. Sometimes I eat takeaway, it doesn't bother me. But I would say 90% of the time I do cook at home, and I love it. And it's a way of showing my children how they can cook their food at home. So I'm trying to get them used to eating at home rather than eating out. So, but again, we all had food outside, but it's nothing better than cooking your own food at home. And there you go. My couscous is beautifully ready. Well, not quite, another 15 minutes, and this beautiful dish will be absolutely ready to eat. So I'm going to do now, just going to put it for the last time, as you can see. Make sure your hands are clean all the time. My sauce is still boiling, as you can see, and I put it back on top. It gives me the chance to leave it for 15 minutes. I'm not going to clear all this mess. So when I come back, the only thing I have to clean is my spoons and plates and my pot, because everything else was cleaned. So while this is cooking for 15 minutes, I'm going to carry on cleaning up this place and everything. So when I pick up the kids from school, this sort of pot keeps the heat for at least an hour. So when I come back, I don't have to reheat it or nothing to get it dished out. It'll be nice and hot when I come back, because I got literally 45 minutes to pick them up. So when they come, they get changed, I get the food ready, so they sit down, everything nice and warm. Beautiful. And I got no regrets. Love you forever. Please enjoy and subscribe to my channel. If you want to know how to cook any other dishes, please let me know. I'm very happy to help. I know it's very simple. I haven't got a master chef kitchen, but I've got my own kitchen, which is literally this space. Of course I've got my space, but this is my cooking space. I really enjoy it because it keeps me thinking, it keeps me going for new ideas, and I just love to do what I do. You know, I love cooking, so I do it. Got no problem with that. Thanks for watching. Subscribe down the bottom. Any comments, I'm happy to answer. Thank you. Cheers.